Hello everyone, in this episode of ExcaliburCCGTV, we're taking a look at the top comics for September 4th, 2013. Don't go anywhere. Thanks for pressing play. This guy's Randy. I'm Chris. We are back with another week of top comics to talk to you about. This week is huge.
Big time.
September is huge. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Not just the big events, but like the amount of issues that are coming out, especially from DC Comics.
Yep, DC's trying something a little new, a little different, and we'll see how it pays off.
Yeah, we will see. And hey, guys, any of you guys that got to go to Arklatex Comic-Con, send us some photos. Tell us your experience. Send us an email. Tell us what it was like. If you have pictures or videos, send it to us so we can post it on the site and share it with everyone else, because we want to know what your experience was like at that great event. And I don't think there's anything else really we need to cover before diving in head first into a ton of comics.
Let's do it.
The biggest event, I would say, for this week, just this week.
Yes.
Forever Evil, #1, DC Comics hits. We just wrapped up the Trinity War storyline that was going through all the Justice League titles, and now we have reached the culmination of all of that with Forever Evil.
Yes, Forever Evil is going to tie in directly to the conclusion of the Trinity War storyline here. So, this right here, big changes and happenings at the conclusion. I won't spoil it just yet for some people.
No, not just yet.
But what you do need to know is that the Justice League is dead.
Right.
That's not spoiling it too much there.
Right.
And Evil reigns supreme here in September. And with that, we have the 6-issue miniseries, Forever Evil, starting off. First issue there. And that's going to follow the things that happened at the end of Trinity.
Right.
That's what that's going to follow. And then what we're going to have after that, guys, I'm not going to go into a lot of detail with all of the issues here, but I will name off the issues that are coming out. Action Comics 23.1, this is Cyborg Superman.
Yep.
Batman 23.1, this is Joker. Batman and Robin 23.1, Two-Face. Batman The Dark Knight 23.1, Ventriloquist. Detective Comics 23.1, Poison Ivy. And each one of those Bat titles are going to have 4 issues this month.
Okay.
I mentioned Detective. Earth 2, 15.1, this is Desaad. Flash 23.1, Grodd. Green Lantern 23.1, Relic. Green Arrow 23.1, Count Vertigo, that's one I'm looking forward to. Justice League 23.1, Darkseid, Darkseid. We still have arguments over how you say his name. Justice League Dark 23.1, Creeper. Justice League of America 7.1, Deadshot. Superman 23.1, Bizarro. And that looks like that's it. We're going to see some first appearances of some of these villains.
I thought so.
In the DC universe there. Cyborg Superman, I know.
Right.
And possibly Creeper and Bizarro.
Okay.
So we've got some firsts coming up there. But big week. Some of those will have 2 issues coming out. Some of those will only be single. I think Green Arrow only has 1.1 coming out. Or point issue coming out.
Right.
So
yeah.
Lots and lots of stuff there. Check out all the villains. I think it's going to be kind of along the lines of this group that has emerged, asking people to join them or not. So it may turn into that, it may not. We'll see.
We'll see. One to especially look out for later on this month is, from what I hear, is the Green Lantern one with Relic. But that's later on. We'll be talking about that later. Tons of DC stuff this month.
That's this week.
Is that this week's one?
Relic is this week.
Yeah. Okay.
You went, as I was talking, you just kind of zoned.
I did.
There are so many.
Did you see me
them.
doze off? It was no.
I heard him snoring.
There's just a bunch of them. There's over 50 additional issues with this .1, .2, .3, and .4 stuff coming out. So huge DC month. I think that that's all we're gonna do for that.
Let's move on to the Marvel has 2 big events happening here, coinciding. So Which one do you want to talk about
I
first?
want to start off with Infinity #2.
That's right. Yeah. Good
Yes. How about that, huh?
one. Yeah. I was. It was a good read with #1, but Avengers and New Avengers got me super excited for #2.
Yes.
So,
I'm looking forward to it because supposedly in this issue we get to find out what the tribute is that Thanos is wanting
Yes.
from the Inhumans.
Yes.
And what else is going on there. So
All sorts of big happenings going on with the Inhumans.
Yes.
We have Thanos and the tribute, and we have lots of space battles here.
Yeah.
So tons going on all different fronts. And guys, if you're not picking them up, Avengers, this is almost. I mean, we almost have .1s and .2s here. It's like Infinity.
Exactly.
#1 is the issue. Avengers that just came out is like the point of Infinity 1.2.
right.
New Avengers is like Infinity 1.3.
Yeah.
So they are so integral to the story there. And
Very much so. Very much so. And this is leading up to a big
in-depth.
event after this with Infinity. It's leading into the Inhumans
The Inhumans,
storyline that's
right.
going to be coming out. So it's huge.
yeah.
Go ahead and start covering the next one.
Next one we have is X-Men Battle of the Atom #1 comes out. This is a 2-part miniseries. However, it isn't just 1 and 2. This is part 1 that's coming out, and part or #2 that comes out later on this next month will be the conclusion to it. But this is going to be future X-Men coming into the present. We have the past X-Men in the present already, so we have X-Men from all different time periods. Something big, bad, dangerous, terrible happens, and the all new X-Men are at the heart of it.
Yes.
So we're going to have all sorts of zany craziness going on there that will have some huge repercussions, I think, throughout the world of the X-Men.
Yes.
And to go along with part 1 of this whole Battle of the Atom storyline, we have all new X-Men
Yes.
#16 coming
Yes.
out. This is part 2 to that storyline. So pick up both of those parts this week. This one's going to see Wolverine facing off against the future X-Men. And we have Cyclops, young Cyclops, not older.
Right.
Young Cyclops and Jean Grey on the run from whatever this is that's happened.
So yeah, I mean 2 parts there.
Two
Battle
parts.
of the X-Men, Battle of the Atom Part 1, continuing in all new X-Men. That's the first 2 parts.
Yes.
Then we got 3 more parts this month.
This month.
And then the other 5 parts next month. So that's a huge storyline going through all the X-Men titles. Do not miss it because the events of Age of Ultron have led to what's going on with this, from what I understand. So now we're going
led
see
to everything.
Everything big that you're seeing is because of Age of Ultron. It was much larger than they advertised.
And I'll say this, I think that Marvel's been kind of smart. At first I was cursing them for putting out 2 major events at the same time.
Right.
But, I mean, you can't really throw all of the X-Men into this Infinity story also. It just becomes too jumbled with that. So you've got a story, or this story going on with Infinity and the Avengers and some X-Men in there.
Yeah.
And then you have the X-Men storyline going on. So if you want both, you've got both. If you want the stuff dealing with mutants, you've got the Battle of the Atom. If you want the superhero stuff, you've got the Infinity.
Yeah, awesome. And don't forget our reviews, because we did a review on Infinity.
Yes.
And I'm sure we'll be doing a review on some of this Battle of the Atom stuff as well. So check it out.
Yeah.
What's next for you, bro?
Next for me, here's a big one. Batman Black and White is back. And this is an Eisner Award nominated series, or Eisner Award winning series.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
so this is just a lot of, they're all stories in black and white, they're not in color, and it's by multiple people. We have in issue 1 here, Chip Kidd and Mike Cho have a story. Neil Adams has one. Joe Quinones, however we say that, and Maris Wicks. Here's a cool one. John Arcudi, who's been doing so much stuff with BPRD and all the Hellboy stuff, and Sean Murphy team up for one, and then Howard Mackey, an old Marvel favorite there, teams up with Chris Samney.
Yes.
So we've got great creative teams on that, and it looks like I'm willing to throw this out here and say this will be another award-winning series. So
I can see it, and I definitely want to see a black and white Chris Samney Batman.
Oh, Chris Samney, I've said over and over again, his work is best in black and white, and go to his he has a website and you can see him draw Swamp Thing in black and inks, and it's amazing to see.
So will we get a Francesco Francavilla Batman out of this series?
Ooh, I don't know.
Because I haven't heard. I didn't know if you might know.
No, I don't know. He's so busy over at Marvel right now. I'm not sure what he's doing. But
right.
I would love that.
Awesome.
Give me your next.
Hey, guys, another one that's coming up. Huge ramifications for the title going forward. We have Superior Spider-Man number 17, because in this issue, due to the events that happened in Age of Ultron, we get to see Spider-Man 2099 in present day messing with Spocky. So Miguel O'Hare is back from the future into the present day, and we don't know what he knows about what happened with Peter Parker and Dr. Octopus and the amalgamation that is now known as Spocky. So we're going to get to see what's going on with that, and this, Dan Slott has said, this is going to change things, especially starting with this issue, but leading up to issue 19. Okay. Some big changes coming up. Also, we'll get to see a different Osborn with this issue as well. So Dan Slott has taken the reins of Superior Spider-Man, and he has made it very, very interesting. You should get on board.
Yeah, definitely. Here's another huge one coming out this week, The Star Wars #1. This is an 8-issue series. This isn't just called, I've seen it listed as both Star Wars and The Star Wars.
Yeah.
But this is taking a look at George Lucas' original draft that he had for the movie and putting that into comic book form. So we get to see all different, there's the overlying plot and everything are the same, I think, but characters are different. Giant lizard Han Solo. I think Luke is Luke Starkiller or something like that. He's an old Jedi in this, so it's everything's kind of turned sideways with this story. They've shown a couple of preview pages for it. Mike Mayhew's doing the art, and oh man, this guy is putting out maybe the art of his career in this story, and I'm totally excited for this one.
So this is the story before it became edited. It became what we know as Star Wars.
Yeah, before it became, and the guy who is writing it is some sort of an aficionado.
Okay.
He's worked with Lucas for some number of years and stuff, so it's not just you or me picking up the pen and going, hey, I want to do some fan fiction here or something like that. It's in capable hands.
That's cool. Hey, sprinkling out a little bit of local love to you. We have a new series, 4-issue miniseries from Boom Studios called Hit. Hit #1 hits the shelves this week. I forget the writer's name.
Vanessa.
The writer. But the artist is Vanessa Del Rey, who is a Shreveport, Louisiana local.
Well, she is.
She lives here now.
She lives here now. She's
not born and raised. She ain't got the accent. No, nothing crazy like that.
I don't know what accent that.
But anyway, Hit #1 hits the shelves. It's like a 1950s type of noir crime thriller in the vein of something like L.A. Confidential or Gangster Squad. Seems to be. I'm not saying exactly like that, but that type of crime thriller.
One of the cool things with this is she paints her artwork.
Awesome.
With it, and that's what the person who came in and let us know about this said, that she tried to slide some past it she had digitally done just to kind of speed up some time with it, and they looked at it and went, no, this doesn't work. We want what you showed us before. So they caught it, and but that artwork looks stellar. Real excited for that book to be coming out.
What else for you, bro?
Uber #5.
Uber! We love that word.
Yes, we do. It's ubertastic. Or as the Germans say, super. It's super. Uber #5 is the conclusion to the first story arc, and this is not a limited series. He said he has something like 60 issues planned with this book, and this is going to see the first battle between Uber soldiers.
The British and the
British and the Germans come along. Well, it's not actually a British; it's an American. But the British and the Americans go head to head, fighting over Paris. So this is going to be a big one with that. And those of you who have not been reading this, it's intense. It's fantastic. This is some great work from Kieran Gillen.
It's gotten better. It really has gotten better with each issue. Because I'll be honest with you, starting off with one, I even told you, I was like, I don't know. But it really has gotten better. And if you're not on board now and you're waiting for the trade, that should read fantastically. to be honest with you.
Yeah.
But I encourage you to get on board the monthlies.
And see, 0 was kind of that way for me. I went, I don't know. And 1, I just went, oh yeah, I'm sold.
Yeah, totally. Another big one this week. Glad you saved this one for me, buddy. God is Dead. Jonathan Hickman, Avatar Press.
2 from Avatar.
Yes, we have talked about this in the past. Of course, you know, Randy and I are Hickman fans, and we're pimping it, baby. But
Hickmanites.
yes, exactly. I mean, he's doing some stellar work. Hey, tons of stuff. I could go on and on. But this particular new miniseries, 6-issue miniseries, God is Dead, we find that over the course of time, humans have become arrogant and think they can do everything. Well, the old gods return to Earth from wherever they have been. Hopefully, we'll find out. And now they are wanting to bring back to memory, who they are, what they're capable of, what they do. But humanity thinks that basically they think that they are gods, and then we're gonna see an all-out war between the deities and humanity.
Yeah.
With this series, and if this is anything like Hickman stuff that he's doing on East of West, Secret, Manhattan Projects, this is going to be a phenomenal miniseries.
Yeah. One of the things about Hickman is he used to pretty much just do 4-issue miniseries of everything. Then he kind of started this long, drawn out, how crazy can I get my plot kind of thing. So this will be drawing it back some, but still giving him a couple more issues to do the story in. So yeah. Excellent book there.
Yes.
And by the way, if you see me doing this, I've got a hair that's driving me crazy.
He's got a wild hair.
It's driving my nose crazy. Trillium #2 comes out. So that's a book that you guys can go back and look. We reviewed issue 1 with that, and what we have here, we are now taking a look at the first meeting between William and Nika. And they've somehow, through space and time, managed to meet each other, and they're stuck in this, pretty much for both of them, a strange place.
Yes.
They're not used to what's going on there. So we'll get to see what transpires from that, because we know that they're going to be stuck there with some natives who are less than friendly, as we've seen what they did to the previous person who's crossed through the dimensional rift or whatever.
Yes.
And we've seen what they've done to William's scouting part. I don't know, excursion there. So this is a great read, and thank you for all of you guys who supported my side of the artwork here, saying they love the painted work, they love the art on that. You're absolutely right. It is fantastic.
I said I was going to read it, all right?
It is fantastic art.
Low blow. Hey guys, another series that we have been really digging that hits this week is Sheltered. #3 hits the shelves this week, and we see the two. Supposedly in this issue, we're going to get to see Lucas, the guy who has caused this revolution, and Victoria, the girl who's trying to survive it, face off in this issue.
Yeah.
And we're gonna see what happens with this. This has been a great series so far. We're only 3 issues in, but I'm totally digging it, and it's a different take on the apocalyptic event. This is pre-apocalyptic, and it's very interesting because the twist to it all. We did a review of this, so you should check it out. But this is pre-apocalyptic, and I want to know why Lucas did what he did, what he's thinking.
We're supposed to find out some of why this all transpired here in this issue. Also, for me, this is one of they threw the curveball in there where you thought somebody was going to be kind of your main character, and no, Victoria looks to be more of the main character instead.
She does
with it. And the other thing is, I kind of want to know, is the apocalypse really happening here? I mean, you have a group of conspiracy theorists and whatever other types you might call those people. You have a group of them all living there together.
Right.
That anything they look at could be viewed as the end times coming around here. So is it really necessarily that? I don't know, but I'm excited to read this. This has been a pleasant surprise for a book out there. Great book out there.
Yeah, exactly. So you should be checking it out. What's up for you, bro?
Satellite Sam number 3 comes out. I don't know why I have written number 10.
Number 10? Not quite that far.
In the future, Satellite Sam number 10 will come out. No, Satellite Sam number 3 comes out. And this here, we saw at the end of issue 2, Mike meets up with one of the ladies from the photographs there.
Okay.
And in this issue, he's going to have a little talk with her. And
Okay.
so we're going to see some answers given, but we're going to see even more questions after this. And just, the mystery that is developing from this. I like it slowly playing out, but it's got me hooked. I know a couple people may still be on the fence as to what's what with it, but I'm loving it.
Cool.
Very good.
Cool.
Howard Chaykin, his art's pretty.
It's pretty. It really does fit the time
Yeah.
and the story.
Yeah.
Howard Chaykin's art really does. So check that out. Hey, another one that I've been digging that's been kind of fun and surprisingly sensitive, I don't know, is Avengers AI number 3 hits the shelves this week.
A book about robots is sensitive?
I know, seriously. It's been kind of crazy. Avengers AI stemmed out of the events of Age of Ultron, with Hank Pym having now his own team of artificial intelligence Avengers, basically. And we're getting to see them come together and what they're fighting, because now, because of the events of Age of Ultron, there is an artificial intelligence underground that is coming out and wanting to attack and destroy all humanity, all human life. In this particular issue, we see the Diamond, which is an artificial intelligence virtual space that the Vision is going to be trapped in, and we'll get to see if he can survive that or not. But issue 1 was fun. Issue number 2 really injected a lot of feeling and emotion into these artificial intelligence robots and stuff, and there was even kind of a heart-wrenching moment between Vision and a Sentinel in issue number 2. So Sam Humphries kudos to Sam Humphries, and the funnest part of it all has been the Doombot. It really has been fun. It's been great. But there's a mystery going on here. We have an artificial intelligence leader of the faction that's wanting to destroy humanity, that has taken over the once sentient Iron Man armor that Tony Stark had.
Right.
But now it belongs to him. So it's been great. Demetrius is the bad guy. He's the entity that's taken over the armor. So it's been a fun series. I'm checking it out. You should check it out as well.
I like the tagline they have for this issue with how do you treat your phone? What does your phone really think of you?
Yeah, what does it think of you?
Yeah. So I like this underground AI movement.
Yeah, playing off of the phone alive kind of idea and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
Siri's not happy.
Exactly. Siri is not. I like that.
So here's a fun book that's going to be coming out with first issue. DC Verse Masters of the Universe number 1 comes out this week.
Oh, really?
So with this one, it kind of ties into what's been going on previously in Masters of the Universe, but you don't have to have picked that up previously.
Okay.
Skeletor is on the run, and he somehow lands on Earth. And, and while he's on Earth, he notices that there's a whole bunch of magic that he can siphon and use for himself. So that's what he's going to do. And there happens to be a group of superheroes that aren't too happy with what's going on here. So it seems like a fun little tie-in there. Most people are probably looking at this going, what? How does He-Man? This is ludicrous. But it sounds fun. And, that's just one of the things you have to, if you like He-Man, you have to like fun.
There you go.
That's all it is.
I'm sure that's a crossover people have been wanting to see. So there you go. DC's bringing it to you, apparently.
Thank you, DC.
Thank you, DC. Hey, wrapping it up for me, the first 3 issues of this maxi series they were great. I really enjoyed them. I'm talking about Daredevil Dark Knights. Number 4 hits the shelves this week, and we see David Lapham take over as the writer and the artist, with Klaus Janson coming on to ink his story as well. This seems to be a bit more. This particular story arc seems to be a bit more in the vein of the superhero stuff that Daredevil does. It's crime fighting and stuff. He faces off against the Shocker, and we're going to see what happens with this. The first 3 issues by Lee Weeks. Randy and I talked about it before. It was fantastic. Lee Weeks had a great story, emotional, heartfelt story. And I'm hoping that we can see some of that continue on, but with Dave Latham's own twist to what with Daredevil as well. So I'll be checking that out. You should check it out as well.
That wraps things up for you.
That's right. That's it for me, man. Here we go.
Actually, I just have one to wrap up. This week sees the final issue of X Factor. X Factor number 262 coming out. This has been from the get-go with this series, and it was 50 issues, and then they jumped to 200 and went to 262. This has been Peter David throughout on the series with this, and this X Factor's always been one of my favorite series. This has been, bar none, the best X-Men book, just consistently for years here. And so to see this in, it's really kind of sad for me because you have characters who aren't used all the time, and characters that are great characters and fan favorite characters like Multiple Man, like M, like Ramone from Generation X, like Longshot, Shatterstar. These guys, they all somehow shouldn't work together in a book, but they do. They mesh so well by not meshing with each other, and so this is the end of that series, and that's kind of sad. It will be back with Marvel Now Phase 2 with everything, and I don't know if it's going to be the same with that. I mean, I'll pick it up and it'll be a good book just because X Factor. I guess somehow I make it out to always be a good book there, but I'm just fearful that you're going to have like the super mega X-Men team. Like we've got Wolverine and Rogue and all the people that we always have on every team. I want to see it keep with this theme of having the lesser used characters there. That to me is that's a pleasure to have a book that pulls that off so well. So yeah. Peter David, thank you so much for giving us a great run on this, and sad times.
Yeah, and on top of that, Peter David, we hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
He did have a health issue a while back, and I haven't heard anything else announced from him, so I'm hoping we get to see some more stuff.
I think I've seen some from a certain source that he can find there. So,
cool. So the end of an era, huh?
Yeah, the end of an era. That was a long run there. You don't see people who stay on 50 and then over 100 issues with a book there. So
yeah, that's few and far in between nowadays. Yeah. It really is.
Brian Michael Bendis is about the only other one that does that.
Yeah, seriously. Maybe Jeff Johns when he concluded his run on Green Lantern as well. I mean, there's a handful of people nowadays that go that far on a series.
Yeah.
So it's awesome.
I'll say this. I think there's even fewer that you can say their full run on the series was just absolutely satisfactory, and I can definitely say that about X Factor. Satisfactory.
Guys, this is a huge week. We did cover a lot of stuff, but there is still a lot more that's going to be out here on the shelves for you to pick up. Tons of stuff. So we got the big events, we got the smaller indie stuff that's really good stuff, and the stuff in between you should be checking out. So there is a ton of stuff. He's Randy. I'm Chris. We are here at Excalibur Comics, Cards, and Games here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Don't forget, we also have a store in Texarkana, Texas.
We do. Yeah.
And you can also visit our site, www.ExcaliburCCG.com. If you do not have a fantastic, reliable local comic shop near you, give us a call. We can help you find what you're looking for and get it in your hands. Anything else to add?
That sounds good to me.
Hey guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for pressing play. Subscribe, like, share. If you don't mind, we would really appreciate it. Until next time, take care.
Hasta la pasta.